Yo, Valorant just dropped a new initiator that might just be game breaking. Over the past few patches, Riot has been low-key kinda raising the game's skill cap by removing the ability to ping through smoke, removing the ability for pings on the map to show in-game, reducing bullet accuracy while running and gunning, as well as nerfing and buffing various agents in the game. But well, TEJO on the surface feels very different. He seems quite simple to play and a little bit too strong, especially cause all his abilities provide pretty strong intrinsic value. He just has to click a button and things go off. He doesn't need to like learn lineups and all that. Alright, and with that, here's a speed run of everything you'll need to know about him, entirely compiled and condensed into one video. First, his C ability is a tiny drone that scans and suppresses all enemies in its line of sight when detonated. The suppress lasts for about 8 seconds, which is very useful when it comes to retaking or hitting a site with killjoys or ciphers setup. I can see it being extremely strong in retakes. It's a small robot that is really fast on the ground, but it's unable to climb up zip lines. It's able to jump around and go across places like danger on abyss, no problem. Its health is quite low though, taking 2 vandal shots to break. As reference, Sova's drone take I think 3 shots if I'm not wrong. Also, when the enemy use it against you, it will only reveal itself once it enters a certain range, which is about 20 meters, and that once it is spotted by you, will not be able to unsee it even if it runs out of range. Next, his Q ability is a sticky stun grenade that stuns anyone inside of it, even through walls. When you left click to fire it, it will stick to the first person or object it comes in contact with and detonate. When you right click, it will bounce off once before doing the same thing again. Pretty basic stun ability that lasts for about 3 seconds. Next, his E ability is to launch missiles at specific locations anywhere within a huge range via a brimstone-like map, dealing a lot of damage to anyone within the target. It deals damage in 3 ticks and does 70 each. You'll get 2 charges and that it regenerates every 40 seconds. If you activate it behind a breakable wall in Ascent and Abyss for example, it instantly breaks the door and flies directly to where you launched the missiles to. That's pretty broken if you ask me, and quite the element of surprise for a retake. On bind, when you launch the missiles at the teleporter door, it will go all the way around and open the door for you. That's pretty cool tech, huh? Oh yeah, and it instantly breaks Killjoy's ultimate, a true hard counter to her, so keep that in mind when you play Killjoy next time. I think it's basically time to retire playing her. Finally, his ultimate abilities is basically a breach out on steroids. The radius is a little smaller but it deals a lot of damage. You can basically choose the start point and fire it in any direction on the map within range. That's so strong to clear out entire areas of sight on retakes. If you're playing Omen, you can TP past the out, taking 0 damage quite easily. Oh, and you'll still die if you hide under Haven on Ascent A side for example. It doesn't make sense for an airstrike to work that way, but we'll see if Riot make any changes to it in the near future. Overall, this agent honestly feels really strong, and that with good coordination, it's gonna be one of the strongest support agents for retaking sites and taking space. An all-rounder agent for map control and delaying enemy push. It's gonna be so good for comboing with agents like Deadlock, Astra, and Breach. I think even Yoru is gonna benefit a lot from playing with TEJO. You can just bomb off an area of sight and allow him to safely teleport ahead into sight to take space. Like for example, bombing the backside on Split's B side and TPing in. Holding sight against him is gonna be a nightmare. I'm excited to see how it's played out in rank and pro play. Love the agent's concept, but the damage is probably a little bit too high right now. I expect a damage nerf soon. Probably gonna be playing this agent a lot in my games after I unlock him. Let me know how you feel about TEJO. And with that, don't forget to drop a sub, turn on all post notifications, and I'll see you all whenever I decide to make a new video. Bye bye!